My dear friends, welcome to my channel Languages with Core. In today's video, I am going to discuss about the exact format for agree, disagree type of essays for your IELTS exam. Friends, it is considered as the most common type of essays which appear in your IELTS exam. 80% of the questions for IELTS writing come in this category. Other names for these types of essays are opinion-based essays, as you have to provide your personal opinion in favor or against any statement which is there in your question, or these are called argumentative essays. You have to provide arguments to justify your viewpoint. So what students are expected to do in these types of essays, let me clear. There are 3 to 4 options. First option is you can agree completely. It means whatever statement is given in your question, you can agree with it. Second option is you can disagree completely. Suppose you are not in favor of that, you can completely disagree with the statement. Third option is you can partially agree or disagree. Either you can partially agree, it means 80% you are in favor of that statement and 20% you are against. And in case of partially disagree, here 80% you are against that statement and 20% you are in favor. So these are the 4 approaches you can adopt while writing answer for these types of essays. Many students struggle with how many ideas they need and how to structure the essay, so we will discuss it thoroughly. So if we talk about the criteria, how your writing is checked, let me clear these things first. There are 4 criteria to assess your writing answer. These are task achievement, cohesion and coherence, grammatical range and accuracy, and lexical resources. Here I am going to talk about the task achievement. Task achievement consists 25% of your overall writing answer. Now what is task achievement? It means whatever you are writing in your writing answer, is it relevant to what is asked in your question statement? Are you getting diverted from the topic or you remain stuck to the actual topic? Whatever explanation, reasons, supporting ideas you are writing in your writing answer, are those all related to the question statement? This is checked in your task achievement criteria. To exemplify, suppose you are being asked in the question statement, what is the importance of education in our lives? However, you are just answering for that question by writing about the different exam patterns popular in your country or different levels of education in your country. It means you are being diverted from the actual topic. Let's discuss about the format of these types of essays. As we are supposed to write 250 words in writing task 2 for essay. So how should we arrange our answer so that we can easily cover 250 words? For agree disagree, there should be 5 paragraphs. First one is introduction, second is body paragraph 1, third body paragraph 2, then you can write another body paragraph that is completely optional, and in the end you write conclusion which must be written. Never skip to write conclusion. Coming to the introduction part, I suggest you to write 3 to 4 sentences in that paragraph. So what are those 3 or 4 sentences? First is general statement or introductory statement. Suppose you are going to write about fashion. So fashion is the keyword. You have to write a universal statement about fashion. Then next statement should be paraphrasing your question statement. Paraphrase means whatever your question statement is, you should replace its vocabulary and try to write it in another way, but the exact context should be the same as question statement. Finally, there is thesis statement. Now what is thesis? Thesis statement is your own personal opinion. In your introduction, the ending statement should be the thesis statement, which is clearly mentioning your personal opinion. So for introduction part, write 1 or 2 introductory statements, then paraphrase your question statement, and then finally write thesis statement. So these are the 3 parts of your introduction paragraph. Now moving to the body paragraphs. Body paragraph 1, you must write 4 to 5 sentences here. Either you agree or disagree with the statement. Here now you will provide solid supporting arguments in favor of your point of view. So here what do most of the students do? They bring clutter of ideas, many ideas they try to write in one paragraphs. They write the ideas in isolation. Those ideas are not linked, so that is the biggest mistake they do. There should be one idea per sentence and one overall controlling idea for your paragraph. Throughout the paragraph there should be proper cohesion and coherence. Ideas should be linked. Try to just pick one idea, one strongest idea, one or two strongest ideas, and then try to elaborate those. Well, what you should do, try to write your strongest point at first. In the middle you should present your weakest point, and in the end again try to write more stronger points. So 2 to 3 isolated ideas should be there, and those should be elaborated well in the paragraph. Moving further to the body paragraph 2, again 4 to 5 sentences should be there. Either it is agree or about disagree. Provide supporting arguments. Here give example plus explanation plus supporting detail. Again it should relate to your first body paragraph. If you are agree, again you are going to support the opinion. If you are disagree, you are against the same thing. Then moving to the body paragraph 3rd, which is optional. When you are partially agree or disagree, at that time we write this body paragraph 3rd. Here 3 to 4 sentences are enough. Switching to the paragraph 3rd, as I mentioned you earlier that it is optional, and in case of partially agree or partially disagree case, we write this paragraph usually. Here we write the opposite view. 80% we are in the favor or against anything, and 20% for 20% portion we are writing about the other people's view, contradictory view, opposite view. And again here we provide 2 to 3 supporting points for our explanation. So overall 3 to 4 sentences should be there for this paragraph. Next comes the conclusion. Conclusion is just about rephrasing your personal view as you mentioned in your thesis statement. Again, you just need to restructure your point of view in new words. 3 sentences should be there. You could also write 2 sentences and clearly once again mention your opinion, which must match with your thesis statement. It should never contradict with your thesis statement. So now the thing is, you can show any hope, you can show any possibility, or you can show any fear about future here in conclusion to the examiner if it suits. Now here are some important tips to follow while writing about agree disagree essay. First point is, do not make introduction too lengthy. Sometimes what students do, they just focus on their introduction to make it more impressive, and they are just writing longer sentences and making it lengthier, which should be avoided. Next is maintain continuity. So as I told you earlier that your ideas should not be in the isolation, all the ideas should be linked, and proper coherence should be there. Then third point is relevant reasons. Your reasons, your point of views, your opinions, or the explanations, your supporting ideas you are providing for your answer, those should not be irrelevant. Those should be completely relevant, related to the topic asked. Next point is, do not clutter with many ideas. Here what does it mean? That sometimes what students think that if they are providing 9-10 ideas, different ideas in a single body paragraph, they are going to impress the examiner. They are showing their knowledge, how much they know about a particular topic. So here I would suggest that examiner is not there to check your knowledge. He or she is there to check your command of English. So never clutter your answer with too many ideas. Then last thing is, keep conclusion precise but do not skip it. So this is the most important tip I would advise you, that never miss your conclusion. Keep it simple, keep it precise, but never skip it. Besides this, conclusion should match with thesis statement view. Next is use connectors to maintain linking between the sentences. Give examples. Practice as many sample essays as you can before your exam. Must do proofreading in the end. Avoid ambiguity and collect as many ideas as you can for different types of topics. And last is always try to enhance your vocabulary. So friends, let's have a comparison to understand why proper structure or proper format is important in IELTS essays. So if you are targeting 7 bands, in that essay what would be there? There will be clear opinion. It would be supported with examples and reasons. Ideas would be well developed and clear conclusion will be there. So if someone is targeting 6 bands, what is expected or what would be there? There will be clear opinion, but that opinion would not be supported properly with reasons, although there will be clear conclusion. So if someone is getting 5 bands in the essay, what shortcomings would be there? Unclear conclusion plus not effective supporting points are there in the essay. Someone will be getting 4 bands if he or she has supported nothing and no explanatory arguments are given, plus conclusion is completely ambiguous. So friends, the pattern we have discussed till now, I am going to write an essay following the same pattern to make it more understandable to you. So the topic is computers are replacing human beings. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So here keywords are computers, replacing and human beings. So I hope you understood the question well. So I am going to start writing answer. First of all, we will write our introduction. As I have told you earlier that introduction we used to write 3 to 4 sentences. So I am going to start with the very first statement, that is a general statement or introductory statement for this topic. I would write interestingly, 21st century has witnessed a tremendous change in the way works are performed workplace as well as at homes. So friends, this is a introductory statement. I started with this word interestingly. I am saying that in 21st century everything is changed. The way works are done has been changed. It is changed at both places, workplace as well as at homes. Now I will come to the question statement. Question statement is computers are replacing human beings. Now I will paraphrase that. I will write that thing but using the different vocabulary. The most notable invention of the science. So here my keyword is computers. Computers are definitely reducing the human involvement in many spheres of our lives. So as I am in favor of this statement, so I am writing, definitely computer has reduced the involvement of humans in many spheres of our lives. So now finally I will write my thesis statement so that examiner get my point of view very clearly. I do justify this statement to full extent. That computers are taking place of human beings in this modern era. Thesis statement, I clearly mentioned that I do believe that computers are taking place of human beings. Here I can use fully agree, partially agree, completely disagree. So this statement, this is called thesis statement. It will show which opinion do you favor, right? Moving to the first body paragraph now to justify my viewpoint. So I am going to start with the very first sentence. You can use this phrase to elaborate my point of view, comma, I assume that computers have made it possible to perform tasks more conveniently and faster. So this is my main idea, and main keywords are more conveniently, faster, computers made it possible. So my whole paragraph will revolve around this main idea, right? So this is the main point I provided in the very first sentence. Moving to the next sentence, I will elaborate it further. It in turn, so now this is again a phrase, in turn resulted, or you can say, sorry, here I am writing, in turn results in better performance, or you can say, and more output in short span of time, right? So now, as computers are faster, what it results in? Better performance and more output in short span of time. So now this is the elaboration of the very first idea. Moving further, therefore, it is inevitable to replace human workforce with computers as it yields greater outcomes. Full stop. So now there will be my last sentence, as I am supposed to write 3 to 4 sentences. Evidently, you can write 5 as well, but if your sentences are longer enough, you should stop at writing 4 sentences. Evidently, in almost all the sectors, these man-made machines. Now I have written this vocabulary word. We will discuss about vocabulary in any other video. So instead of repeating my word computer all the time, I can use this man-made machines are dominating the human capabilities and skills. So this is the concluding line of my this body paragraph, that evidently these machines are dominating the human capabilities and skills. So now I will write the second body paragraph. Moving further, so this is the connector word. Moving further, I will pick another strong supporting point and I will try to elaborate that with the development of artificial intelligence. Now here I am talking about the robots. Computers are hugely eradicating the need of the presence of humans in many fields. Majority of the work now being handled by robots, and this scenario is commonly seen in the major work areas. So the concluding line for this paragraph is, sometimes computers assist in those tasks where greater degree of risk is involved for the lives of people working. So here my supporting point is about risks. Now moving to the third body paragraph, that is completely optional. If you are writing partially agree or partially disagree, now here you have to mention the contradictory viewpoint. If throughout your first and second body paragraph, if you are favoring something, you have to write against of that. If you are against anything, you have to write in favor here. So this thing is optional. Otherwise, if I am fully agree, 2 body paragraphs are enough. Finally, I will write conclusion here. But for your assistance, I am going to write here optional body paragraph third, that is about other people's view. I will write however. So I have used this however because I am going to write opposite view. Some people have the opinion that computers are unable to match human efficiency in many areas. So now this is my keyword, unable to match human efficiency in many areas. I will write one more supporting point. Though computers are ruling the world, the role of human beings cannot be denied. Fine. So now moving to the conclusion part. To conclude, I do believe that computers are undoubtedly overpowering the capacities of humans. So I assume that in the coming future this phenomena of replacing human beings, this phenomenon is going to be more realistic. Full stop. So friends, I hope this video will help you to have better understanding of agree-disagree format for your IELTS essay. Subscribe my channel for more useful video related to IELTS exam. Thank you so much.